moving over because we both finished watching Star Wars Visions season 2. Do you want to go through that, sir, real quick?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, last week we only talked about the first four episodes, and then we jumped right back in. Now we're last five, episode 5 through 9, essentially. Um, yeah, I gotta say, once you start getting into like the different episodes of the second half, like the Sith is the one that I remember being the no, not the Sith. What is the name of the one? Journey to the Dark
Darkhead,
Head.
yeah.
That's what it is. I just pulled it up. Okay.
That was
Yeah,
that was my
the
that was my
Dark Head.
favorite episode of the whole thing.
Yeah, that was pretty
So,
cool. That was pretty cool. I think like that was pretty cool. The Spy Dancer, that was a surprise. Bandits of Gloke, awesome. The Pit, okay. And AU's song did not move me the way I thought it would.
okay. Okay.
And I gotta be honest with you, like the whole thing overall, it's good. It's a fine second season. It still was not as good as season one.
Yeah, season 1 was better.
Yeah,
It's that anime people know what they're doing, dude.
I'm telling you, you're right.
Also, again, to trigger the man babies, every episode focuses on a female lead.
It's so crazy
It's
because it shows like I
was
didn't
that
think of it that way because I just watch things. Like I'm not even just saying that, but as you say, I'm like, yeah, it's true.
it was it a mandate? It had to be a mandate from Kennedy, dude. If you want to
Potentially.
do this, you gotta make the girl the main character. That smells like a Kennedy move, right? I don't mind, right? It's what as long as it's good, I don't care.
No, yeah,
But
totally.
it's just to point it out, right? It's like I mean I don't want to be that guy,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's really obvious, right? That there was probably a mandate here when it comes to these episodes. But Journey to the Dark Head was my favorite episode out of the whole thing, right? Um, so Spy Dancer, it started really slow for me. Like I started looking at my phone, and I was like, oh, I was like, it was not clicking, and then it clicked, dude, and it was really good.
yeah.
Bandits of Golak was excellent.
It was good.
Like
That's the
the
that one from India. That was great.
yeah. A lot of like cultural sensibilities in this episode. Overall, it was very good. The animation was really good on this one. It was great. I really enjoyed this episode. So the pit was my least favorite episode, right?
Yeah,
And I think it's because it was the it was so just going back real quick to Bands of Golak. That's the only episode of the entire season that I feel could be part of the actual canon
mm-hmm.
because it does feel like a Clone Wars episode almost. It was
Yeah,
that good. It was that good. Um, yeah, the pit was my least favorite. Like there was like there was really no like the storytelling was kind of weak on that
yeah,
episode, if you ask me, right? Um, Our song, I can see where it doesn't really resonate with some people, right? For me, it did because of the father daughter thing they had going on, so it did resonate with me, right? Was it my favorite? No. Was it cute? Yeah, it was cute, right? It didn't
yeah.
move me.
Sure.
It didn't move me emotionally, but it was. I found it endearing. Um, but Journey to the Dark Side was by far, at least for me, was my favorite one out of the whole one.
Okay.
Like the fighting choreography was excellent. The way they used the force, the characters were great. Like I think overall, this one was my favorite. It was really really good. So
No, I totally hear you there. I mean, I could definitely say my least favorite already was Creature's Reach. Like it's so forgettable. And it's just the one of them in the cave and like this it just
okay,
was very, very
you know what?
average and
Yeah, I
not do
totally forgot about
anything.
that one.
The pit's not far behind there
Yeah.
as well, but definitely that one, like I even just trying to think back and trying to digest it just didn't do it for me.
Yep.
But like I think like some of the ones that were not your typical anime, they were just that visions, like I'm Your Mother and Sith, the first episode. Like those two probably stand out to me still the most. I know we talked about them last week at length, but I still think that the way that they did, but I do agree. The one that you said, Journey to the Dark Head,
Yep.
That's amazing, dude. That's a great
That
episode
was
for sure.
great. That was
I definitely
probably,
could see that being the best one as well,
yeah, like it was the best animated one. The more like high quality
for
production,
sure.
and yeah, overall it was definitely it was leaps and bounds over most of the other ones.
Yeah,
I really like Bands of Golak was really good. Like I
yeah,
said, this
it's
it
really good.
could you could have put this in like Bad Batch as a side
Mm-hmm.
episode, and it would have been great,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it did feel a lot like the Filoni like animated stuff, and that was good. But
Yeah.
yeah, and but like when it goes back to like Judge Darkhead was probably my favorite, right? When you go back and you evaluate everything artistically, the Sith was leaps and bounds over like
Yeah.
artistry was you know not even close, right? And then when it comes to like the writing, I Am Your Mother was probably the best one
Yeah.
because that was really that was really good.
It
That
was
little
funny.
episode
It was
was yeah
charming. It was good.
that was it was really good. So I guess that's our sort of like overview slash review
Do
of
you think they'll
Visions.
do a third season?
I think so.
You think so?
I think
Okay.
so. I think they may move back to anime though.
I think that'd be the way to go.
I think that's the way to go. If they're smart, considering the uh, content problem that Disney Plus is having, I would have greenlit the Bunny Girl anime already as a show, like a Star
That's
Wars
what I was gonna say.
anime exclusive to. You gotta do these things right. You gotta get the video game properties. You gotta get the anime if you want people to sign up for your service. Like these are the things that are selling, right? Um, you just can't, right? I just realized today, dude, that Universal's doing a Five Nights at Freddy's movie that comes out in October.
Wow.
Another video game property, dude. And
Wow.
what's Disney doing? Like just chilling, like not doing anything.
Come on,
Like
Disney.
you guys was like, oh yeah, we're losing people. Where's the content at? But then you
Let's go make another
just like misstepping all these missteps. Yeah.
right.
Uh,
Remaking
dude,
content. That's
I
all.
hope the Acolyte is good. Like I have zero faith for that show, but
I agree. That's the one that I'm the most concerned about because remember, like how I said with the Joker, with Joaquin beforehand, where I was
yeah.
like, either it's going to be so amazing or it's going to be absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about the Acolyte because when you look on paper, the people involved in it, dude,
Yeah.
it's like award winning this and
Jaleel
that.
White,
All this, yeah, like
Steve
all
Urkel.
these like these people that you're like, oh, these are names. Like on paper, this should be really good, but I don't know, man. I'm with you. I have a really odd sense about this. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
I
yeah. Well, Joe, I got a
hope
bad
I'm wrong.
feeling. We always had a bad feeling about Galactic Starcruiser. Ooh. All right. So, guys, it was announced today that the Galactic Starcruiser, the 2 night Star Wars experience at Walt Disney World, will be shutting down in September. So I don't know if we predicted this, but we did say that it was probably not doing good, and we said it for a while. We haven't talked about it in a long time, but I remember us saying that I don't know how this is going to just stay.
I predicted that they would just drastically drop the prices first. I didn't think that death was coming this soon. I thought that they would just say, you know what? Let's just like go crazy and cut these prices and then just see what happens. Which to me would have been the better thing to have done. Still, I still believe. Like, I don't know I'm not an economist on Disney. I don't know all the numbers. Maybe it really just saved. It probably saved them more money just killing it now than trying to carry it on. But to me, a while ago, this is not even like anything new. They should have done this from last year. Cut that thing. I mean, it cut that thing in half. Seriously, 50% drastic discounts, and see what the reaction is.
Yeah,
If people still aren't coming because they just don't like it, it's obviously expensive, whatever, that's different. But it was just not affordable at all. And the
no,
people who could afford it, no offense, most of them probably weren't even Star Wars fans. These were like, oh, look, the kids can play Jedi. Let's have some fun.
yeah, yeah,
Like they don't. You know what I'm saying? They're not like us, the
That
guys who have TVs worth more than their cars and all this kind of stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
right.
these aren't the fan people that you're going after with this kind of product.
Yep. There's a I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
I've said it before. Star Wars is my number one favorite thing ever, and I would have not spent this money
No.
even if I had it. So
If I was
I mean, if
crazy bank,
I would
sure.
create like if I would be making $1,000 a day, right?
Yeah, I'm one of
Then
those
yeah,
people.
one of those people. I would sure. Why not? Why not? But me, taking either debt on or pulling
Mm-mm.
money out of my savings to go do this thing
No.
for 2 nights, dude, and then as much as I love Star Wars, dude, no, it's not. No, man.
Ain't
Like
happening.
I wouldn't. It's not happening. But yeah, it's Disney has done a ton of out of touch things throughout the years. This is probably, in my opinion, the more egregious one. Like this was like really, really out of touch. Like even the rooms and the building and the experience and Captain Karen and all the other things that like I don't like how, dude. Like they're so out of touch, man. I don't know how they messed this up.
Honestly, like the only thing I thought was like, unless they invited us as press members to like test this thing out, I was like, I don't see
Yeah,
myself ever being able to go, and it's a sad thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way and go before it closes. So yeah, R.I.P.
No.
Galactic Starcruiser. We were hard to know you. But
What are they gonna do about the lightsabers that they were making that was supposed to be for that more so like yes, it was gonna be in the parks as a whole, but remember it was made more specifically for those people.
they're gonna sell it at the parks. I mean, they gotta.
Wow.
So they gotta run with that tech and then just sell them at the parks. Um, yeah, dude, it's like instead of that Captain Karen, what they should have had an animatronic of like the captain from
Star
it,
Tours?
no the from Rise of Resistance, the calamari that's on
Oh
the one color
yeah.
that's on the yeah.
Akbar looking guy.
Exactly, yeah, that's what you needed. It's like we're going into the spaceship, doing this thing in a short cruise, and animatronic, and have them behind a glass or whatever. You don't have to have like a live character running around. It could have been just the animatronic. Um, the whole Ray Kylo Ren fight, that's fine. I don't, whatever they, they're
Give us I
theming.
like shows, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're theming it, for the new, the Disney trilogy, so the sequel trilogy. I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. But it's just the price, dude. That price was insane. And even when we got first announced, it's like, who's gonna go there? And then we said it like at the beginning, like it was booked solid for the first 2 months, and then after that, you could go anytime you wanted. And then they started cutting dates, and then look at this, like a year, not even a year later after you open, boom, they announced closure. This is pretty drastic. Like what you said, yeah, they didn't go through like the usual Disney steps. It is rather drastic from that standpoint. They're usually more conservative when it comes to like closing this sort of experience. They usually face it out, right? They start cutting back and then they start cutting back on like entertainment and then until it's gone, right? But this one like straight up, let's go ahead and close it. So very interesting. I mean, what are they going to do with that space? What are they going to do with that building? Are they going to integrate it into Galaxy's Edge, maybe?
They should. They should. Either you're gonna make another hotel, which could be a good idea. It just depends on what it is, or just integrate it, which would be the way I would go. Like you need to. It doesn't have to be all Galaxy's Edge. It could be Galaxy's Edge and other Lucasfilm type thing. I
Right.
don't know how you do it, but
Here's what they
or
should.
like you mentioned before, you mentioned having both, having like old and new,
Yeah.
original trilogy and sequel trilogy area.
Yeah. Here's what I would do. They have 100 rooms, right? They can still get rid of the experience, right? Um, and just do the theme rooms, and you can just still like book it as a regular hotel. It's probably going to be booked. If you do that, it's probably going to be booked year round. I guarantee it. I mean, because people would spend, $800 a night, $1,000 a night to stay there, right? But not the 6,000. It's like, it's it's ridiculous. But and even 1,000, like bro, like even $1,000 a night for that kind of room,
No,
it's very excessive.
no. It's not
That's
like you're.
that's more
Is
than
the
my mortgage, dude.
is the couch made of ultra soft pillow, texture? Like, I'm sorry, it's
Nah, man, not for me. Unfortunately, but yeah, what you pointed out is very unfortunate, right? Sometimes Disney goes out of their way to build this sort of experiences um for the wrong audience, right? And they kind of leave their target audience behind, and you know what are we gonna do, right? It's like, am I bummed? Kinda, but not really, because
yeah,
it's not. It stinks as a hardcore Star Wars fan that I'm not gonna be able to experience it, but at the same time, it's like whatever, dude. It was fine.
right,
You
right.
know, you didn't cater to me to begin with, right? So, you get my indifference. But yeah, unfortunate. We'll see what happens with other Disney stuff, I guess. Cause oh man,
They're in the hot
this
seat.
is getting juicy, Joe. The back
Yep,
and forth is getting juicy, and I'm in for it. And you know, I am rooting for Disney. So let's see what happens when it comes to
of
that.
course we want Disney to win. Come on.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't need Disney to win. I need Kylo Ren to lose.